We are the Terrific 10 volleyball
team.
And you're watching the
Varsity Roundtable!
Nailed it!
From the top of the 222 building on College Avenue in downtown Appleton, it's Varsity Roundtable with Ricardo Arguello. Featuring Brett Christopherson and Rosie. Tonight on The Big Show, defending state champion De Pere basketball players Will Hornseth, Zach Kinziger, and Ben Willihnganz. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricardo Arguello.
Yeah, all right. Thank you and welcome back to the Varsity Roundtable, weekly look at high school sports in the Fox Valley area and the only live online high school sports talk show in the state. I am Ricardo Arguello, part of the USA Today Network Wisconsin digital live stream team. We're here in an amazing high definition on the 10th floor of the mothership, the Pulse Crescent, here at 222 West College Avenue. And this week our focus shifts from girls basketball to boys basketball. We went from a 3-time state champ to a Division I state champ, defending state champ. We have with us the De Pere boys basketball team, and specifically, we have these three young men hanging out with us. We have Will Hornseth. Will, there we go. Zach Kinziger. Yeah, Zach, there we go. Ben Willihnganz. Did I say that right?
You did.
Yeah, thank you so much. The guys are on board to talk about the great season they've been having. Maybe rewind it a bit and talk about the great championship season they had last year. And also ask any questions or answer any questions that you might have out there in cyber world concerning the upcoming postseason, which isn't too far away. But before we start, I want to let everyone know that we are live and interactive. So if you're watching this on your phone, if you're watching it on your tablet, your desktop, wherever you're watching it, you should see a chat application. Log in. Give yourself a name, though, so the guys know who's asking these questions. And we got Brett Christopherson over there behind the Dell computer who'll get those questions over to us right away. Don't forget about Jim Rosandick punching buttons behind the machine there. I'm not sure what he does, but he holds it down on the technical end, but like I do before every show. Now listen, guys, this is very important, all right? The first couple shows we did with the Roundtable, way back in the day, we had girls asking for numbers. I'm sorry, guys. That's not happening. You keep it on boys basketball, and we'll be just fine. Sorry, guys. You're on your own for that, all right? Did you guys have the winter, Winterfest or anything? You guys have that already?
No.
Ours was canceled, I believe.
It was?
Too many conflicts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. But I was going to say we couldn't help you with that. You're on your own in terms of getting your own dates. Sorry. Keep it on basketball. All right. Well, I want to let everyone meet our fine guests. So we're going to start here with Will. This is where I actually want you to look at the camera right above your boys and let everyone know the position or positions that you play and how you got into hoops. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm Will Hornseth. I play center power forward, and I've gotten into hoops because of my parents, YMCA program when I was younger. I've just always grown up playing basketball, always had a ball in my hands, shooting hoops, and it really started, again, YMCA program, and then through De Pere Booster Club growing up.
Okay, great stuff. Zach.
I'm Zach Kinziger. I'm a guard. And I really got into basketball just through my brothers and tagging along with them when I was young. My dad coached them, so he always let me practice, and then I just got the love for the game and continued it throughout.
Great stuff. Okay, your turn, Ben.
I'm Ben Willihnganz. I play big, play the 4. I got into basketball mainly through the Y, same reason as Will. Played some school ball growing up, and then Booster Club took it from there.
Okay, great stuff. Again, here with De Pere boys basketball players. Hey, Will Hornseth, Zach Kinziger, Ben Willihnganz. If you have any questions, log into that live chat. And Rosie, can you get it on the teammates and the guys here? Listen, these guys are here. If they got some questions, they're all hyped up. They just got done eating some of my candy. So they're all hyped up, going to ask some questions, some great questions of the guys. So just raise your hand, guys, all right? And we'll get you guys on camera and get the questions over to the guys. I got to start this off. 19-1, ranked number 1. I've been giving you guys the number 1 rank. I'm one of the Associated Press voters since early last year. Having another tremendous season. Can you give me a little bit of the state of the union of your team? Where are you guys at? You guys feeling healthy? You guys feeling confident? You guys maybe still improving little by little? Let me know where you're at. We're going to start here with Will and work our way down.
Yeah, so I'd say we're always improving. We have a mentality to get better every single practice, every single game we play to move forward and stuff. And we're at a really good mindset right now, moving forward with a big game with Pewaukee coming up this weekend. And then moving forward, as a senior tournament the tournament's coming up and my regular season's ending, it's kind of hitting me like we got to keep stepping on the gas, keep getting better. We got to make sure we take advantage of every practice, every game we have, and really propel ourselves forward so we make a good run in the tournament.
Okay, Zach.
Yeah, right now I think we're just kind of competing with ourselves right now to try to hit every new level that we can and just kind of staying in the moment each game at a time as playoffs come around here. Soon we try to build that momentum as we go into the playoff run. So we're just having fun with it right now and trying to be better than we were the day before.
Great stuff. And how about for you, Ben?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of new contributors this year compared to last year's team. So I think with every practice, every game, we're always improving that way. Just different guys stepping up, different guys making contributions. So I think with time, the team's always getting better.
Let's talk about the great season last year. I think, was it 30-0, 31-0? Or was it 30-0? 30-0. Listen, and Brett can agree with me here. Great shot of when you guys won the title there. We've been around some great teams, haven't we, Brett? We saw Oshkosh North win the state title. We saw Neenah win the state title. We saw those great Spash teams. Remember that? We always argue this Pere team, and Coach, you probably get this a lot. You can probably put those right up there with some of those great teams from the past. What do you remember from last year? What sticks out most? And I'm going to start way over here with Ben and work our way this way. If you had to kind of like encapsulate it, what sticks out from that whole journey last year, do you think?
To me, I think our leadership really sticks out with John and then Gabe Herman.
Okay.
I think both of those guys showed tremendous leadership last year. And I think that really sticks out as like a key piece to that team is those guys' ability to get a group together. And if we were kind of out of it, snap us back in.
Yeah, okay. Zach?
I would say just our togetherness really stood out to me. There's been lots of great teams with great players, but if you're not together, you're not going to succeed. So I think we had that right combination of skilled players and then that leadership, as Ben was talking about, to kind of bring us all together and play together because no one really cared about individual stuff like that. We just wanted to win, and we ended up doing that. So.
Okay. Will?
Yeah, kind of building off that, I think it's the family aspect we had, like the brotherly love we had and like the bond that we had. That was pretty much like we didn't lose. It was unbreakable. Like the support we have for each other, like on and off the court, was really something unmatched and something I hope to replicate with every single team I play for in the future because that's just it felt great to know that I was going to go out on that floor and compete with the guys that I love playing with and they're going to support me no matter what.
Now, how nervous were you, though? And I'm going to kind of get in your mind a little bit. How nervous were you guys, though? I mean, you guys were undefeated, gigantic target on your back. Anytime any team goes in undefeated, everyone's going to want to knock you off. When you went onto the Kohl Center floor, how nervous were you guys in that first semifinal? Can you rewind that and maybe tell me what that was like, what that experience was like?
I remember being like pretty nervous. I think for me at least, though, when I step out on the floor finally and like get warm-ups going. Yeah. All that kind of goes to the back of the brain, like it's like nonsense now, like we're just playing the game. Yeah. It's simply that. But before, like for sure, it's definitely stuff that crossed your mind, like what if we choke? Like we've had such a good season, like what if we choke in the championship? Like it's definitely a thought that goes through your mind. But you can't let that like dictate the way you're gonna play. Don't play scared or anything like that of losing. You still gotta go out there and give 100%. So.
Okay. Anything to add to that? Is that?
Yeah, I think we all felt the pressure a little bit. I think you'd be lying if you say you didn't. Just going into the state tournament 28-0, everyone kind of expects you to win it. You're like, what happens if you don't?
Right.
But I think we all had a little bit of nerves going into the game. But I think as you get on the floor, you get the warm-ups going a little bit, and then you start playing. It all kind of goes out of your mind, and you're just playing basketball with your buddies at that point.
Yeah, no, Pat, you were injured. Mm-hmm. Yeah, talk about from that perspective. Obviously, a tough thing to kind of watch your teammates out there, knowing that you wanted to be out there to help them and everything. Can you give me your mindset?
Yeah, so being on the bench is tough, especially through the playoffs. And I mean, I played only 16 games last year, so I was almost majority on the bench for that. But when we got to the Kohl Center and in the state championship, I was very confident in the guys. Their preparation and walkthroughs and scout practices and stuff like that was really high. And we started off down against Arrowhead, but like in the back of my mind, I knew the whole time these guys were good. They were level the whole time.
Right. Okay. Great stuff again here with the Pere boys basketball players. We got Will Hornseth, Zach Kinziger, and Ben Willihnganz. Any questions? Brett, do you have anything?
I don't, online? Ricardo, but maybe want to remind people again where they can find us. We got a nice crowd watching. I'm just waiting for some questions.
We had that last week with Notre Dame, like big crowd watching, and then they're all shy. No one wanted to ask any questions. But if you guys have any questions, right, just raise your hand. You guys are all very loud before, right? You guys have some questions, right, for the guys? Well, that's okay because I have questions. Okay, this is something I think was made a lot last year because of the history aspect, right? Was it like in the 40s the last time you guys had won a state title? Was that right, Coach?
1934, I think.
34, yes. It was even more than that. Okay,
I think.
way before. We're talking before World War II. So what did it mean in that aspect? You kind of have the weight of the Pere's history on your shoulders, winning the title in that way, bringing it home, basically in a whole new century. We'll start here with Zach and go to Will and Ben. I mean, what's that like, kind of creating your own history in that way?
Yeah, I think when you think of it like that, it's being a part of something bigger than yourself, really. Just to kind of rewrite the history books is a pretty big deal for us in the city. And I think the whole community kind of felt that we needed this win to kind of come together a lot, and I think we did that throughout the process. So it's just kind of realizing it's not about just you, it's about something bigger than yourself to bring the whole community together, and it did a lot for us.
Okay, Will?
To me, I guess it's just kind of crazy the fact that the magnitude of the accomplishment that we accomplished. The fact that I saw, like, growing up, would watch the Pere teams go through, and I always thought they were so good. But to be able to, like, complete the perfect season and win the state championship is something that I guess, like, still hasn't really sunk in with me. Like, we did that. Like, that was us. Like, and I guess the magnitude is something that's quite incredible that I still don't think I've fully realized. But in the future, I'm sure that it'll start to sink in a little more.
Yeah, and Ben, anything to add? I mean, in terms of, like, just actually getting to the state tournament takes a lot. There's a lot of, I don't want to say luck involved, but a lot of things have to fall right. You have to be a great team, avoid injuries, all that kind of stuff. Again, history. You guys were, everyone will always remember that 2022 Pere team, right?
Yeah, I think we have a good history of having a good community around us, too. I think one of the Cole Center employees said that we filled it up more than any Division I team that they've seen. So I think that community involvement is huge for our program, and that really showed.
Yeah, they were really ready. They were ready to crown a state champ. All right, Brett, we are going to Cyberworld. Now, guys, I don't know what we're going to get from Cyberworld. All right, we could have billions, potentially billions watching if you think about it, right? China's checking in, right? People's Republic of Congo. What do you got, Brett?
Well, who's checking in? It says it's Giannis. Is that,
it's
that's the
Giannis.
name.
See,
so
you never know
the
who's
Greek
checking
freak's
in.
watching the show tonight, but he wants to know, and this is a great segue into the conversation that you guys have been having, but after becoming the first team to go 30-0 last season and a heavy favorite to win the title again this season, do you ever think about your possible place in state high school basketball history?
I don't. Yeah, that's kind of a. I'm going to think you guys take it game by game and don't think about it in those terms. Anybody can answer that one.
I'll go. Yeah, I don't think I've ever really thought about that too much. It's just kind of like something that doesn't really matter in the end. Like, it is what it is. Like, last year is last year, and, like, we had great success and we focused on last year, and then this year we're gonna focus on this year. Like, it's just something that, like, you gotta take game for game, year for year. Like, you can't look at, like, the big picture all the time or else you get caught up in it. Like, you just gotta be present, stay where your feet are.
I was going to say, Zach and Ben, is that just something that old guys think about because we're old and we've seen all these other teams? You guys really don't think about yourself in those large themes, I guess, do you?
No, we don't really get caught up in that right now, at least. Maybe after we graduate a little bit, we look back on it and think, man, were we better than this team? Just conversations like that. But right now, we're focused on ourselves, no one else, and we don't get caught up in that stuff because that's just distractions and it's not going to help us at all.
Yeah, Ben?
Yeah, I agree completely.
Well, listen, I saw those teams, and I think we could put the Pere up among them, right? We saw those great teams.
We're
old. We can do that.
Tournament, right?
Winchester knows what we're talking about. We've seen a lot of those great teams. Team chemistry. This is always a very important question because every team that we have on here, whether it be volleyball, football, it doesn't matter. They're all great teams. The chemistry. I want to know what the chemistry is like between you guys. Can you describe it in one word? I don't know. We'll start here with Ben and work our way back over here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a one-word description I could give to it, but I think
try a couple. Succinctly.
We call it the brotherhood.
Okay,
like, that's what the program kind of calls it, and I think it's truly that. I mean, we eat dinner together twice a week.
Okay,
we are always there for each other. It's huge.
All right, that sounds. Zach, anything to add? You and.
I would say if I had to put in one word, I'd just say strong. Kind of strong chemistry together. We're with each other all the time, whether it's on the court, off the court, eating team meals before every game. So it's kind of like the same as last year. We had that chemistry together, like I said, and it carried right over into this year, especially even with the new guys coming up, because we had a lot of seniors gone. So but that chemistry was not a problem, and it carried right over.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I'd probably use the word good.
Okay.
Our team chemistry is really good.
Yeah.
I think it's as simple as that. They've mentioned it, the team dinners and things like that, just like supporting each other. It's unmatched, and our team chemistry is good.
We see from the guys over here, we just had them on camera there with Rosie. Yeah, good. That's good to hear. I don't know drama. You know, I always got to ask the girls' teams that. Any drama? And they always refuse. They're like, no, we don't. I know you do. Come on. 15 girls and no drama. You kidding me? Brett, do you have something else?
I do. Let's go to YouTube. Gavin wants to know, has Zach ever played basketball in a ball pit?
What? All right. Inside story here. What do you got, Zach?
Story time.
Gavin's one of our buddies.
Okay.
I assume it's this Gavin.
Okay.
But at my girlfriend's house, actually, there's a ball pit.
Okay.
And so he's pretty intrigued by that.
Okay.
I don't know, he's kind of like a little kid.
Okay.
If you're listening to this, Gavin.
Okay.
You're kind of like a 2-year-old. So.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's the story behind that. I'm just trying to make some jokes behind that, but.
Okay.
No, I have not, Gavin.
Okay.
Played basketball.
Good question, though, Gavin. You got everybody.
Brett,
did you say you had something else or no?
Yeah, we got a bunch now rolling in.
Oh, now they're rolling in. See?
So-
See let's. Why don't you give me a couple more?
Well, let's start with Amy. Wants
Okay.
to know what's the funniest thing that has happened to you guys so far this season.
That's a pretty open-ended question there.
Oh man.
Remember, we're a family show, boys.
I can start us off.
Okay.
At least the most recent thing that comes to my mind is we had senior night recently, and I was fortunate enough to be able to do like the handshakes at the end of the line.
Okay.
And one of the handshakes, my buddy Carson right there. We decided to do a little 1-2, a nice slap across the face, just to get him ready for the game.
Wait, did he know that was coming?
Yeah, he knew.
Okay.
He knew.
All right.
I just thought it was a good memory. Pretty funny.
All right, good stuff, Zach. Ben.
Trying to think.
I got one if you want.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ben.
go.
Oh, we were at my house for team dinner.
Okay.
And we were messing around with a volleyball.
Okay.
And
What do you mean messing around?
like we were just chucking it around,
Oh,
like
okay.
closing out on each other as a joke and stuff. And we chucked it across the room, and it drilled one of my parents' picture frames.
Oh.
Yeah, and it took some damage.
It wasn't like a wedding photo or something.
No,
was
it was like our
Okay.
little kid picture.
Okay,
So
okay.
nothing important. But it
All
was
right.
good.
All right, Zach.
Oh no, those are two good ones. I can't think of any more.
Okay.
Than that.
All right. That was a great question, though. Brett, go
Well,
ahead.
here's a good one, putting the guys on the spot. Grandma Redbirds, it says, she wants to know which team is better, this year's or last year's, and why, and who would win that game.
I thought we might get something, and hey, this is all you guys. I can't help you with this one, so we'll start there with Zach. Well, I'll let you answer because you didn't get the last one. So
Yeah, that's a tough question. I prefer not to answer that one, just to keep everyone happy. I mean, obviously, it doesn't really matter to me as I was on both teams, but
Yeah.
I think both teams were different a little bit in their own way, different personnel. So you could say either way, but I'm gonna stay on that
Okay.
one.
Well, Will has an
ready.
answer.
Yeah, I was thinking about this just real quick. If I'm playing, I'm probably guarding myself from last year too.
Yes.
And I think I'm improved. So
Okay.
I'd probably go off on last year's me.
Okay.
And I'd probably drop like 30 on him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'd
And we-
destroy that guy.
and we'd have a fully healthy Willihnganz,
That's
right?
true.
So, Ben.
Yeah, I was not playing at 100% last year.
Yeah.
So again, I feel like I could take advantage of myself on that last year team.
Okay.
But obviously with John just had 31 points last night.
I was gonna
against
say,
number
yeah.
23 Indiana State. So
Yeah, I wonder if your older brother would have something different to say on that one. Brett, did you have something else?
Somebody's asking, has Zach ever? Oh, never mind. That was the one. They were back on the. It's a ball pit question again.
Okay. Oh my God.
They almost got me. So the same person wants to know Zach's top 3 favorite condiments to put on a pulled pork sandwich.
This is getting interesting.
Well, it's obvious number one's barbecue.
Yep.
That's gonna slide to one. I know I got some haters out there in the crowd. Rowan Demofsky, I know you're a hater.
By the way, where are you going for that barbecue, that pulled pork? Where are you going for that?
Oh, that'll be my mom.
Oh, your mom.
Yeah,
Okay.
she makes some great pulled pork.
Fantastic. Good to hear.
Unfortunately, when I pack it for lunch, there's no barbecue in the lunch. So when I go over to my buddy Rowan's house,
Yeah.
they don't like barbecue over there. So it's never at their house.
Gotcha.
So they hear that from me a little bit. But
All right.
I would say I'll put barbecue at the 1. And then I know this will make Gavin happy. Some Frank's Red Hot at number 2. And then I don't know what else you really put on pulled pork. We'll just say some ketchup maybe at the 3. Well, I don't
That
know.
got a little negative response there from your boys.
I don't know what else would you put on it.
Yeah.
But pretty much
Good
that.
stuff. Great
Just
stuff.
barbecue.
Did you have
All
something
need
else,
is
Brett? or-
barbecue. Mr. T's checking in, wants to know the best Rocky movie and why is it Rocky 3?
You guys Rocky?
I've never seen a single Rocky.
Oh, really?
Fun
Wow,
fact,
that's
though, we did get to see the
Oh, we did.
stairs.
We did.
Ben and I did.
And the
in
statue.
Philly?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did you go up them?
We did.
We did, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is it a little bit more stairs than you remember, maybe, or?
Here's the thing, I've never seen the movies.
Okay.
So
But was
I've
it-
seen them. I've seen them.
Zach, you got this question.
This is a tough one. It's definitely not one for me personally.
Okay.
I would say probably number 3 for me.
Okay.
I
Mr.
believe
T, because of Mr. T, is that
Yeah.
why?
Clubber
Okay.
Lang.
Clubber Lang. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's my favorite of the of Rocky's opponents.
Opponents, yeah.
So I would say that one's my favorite. He's a beast. So.
Okay. Hey, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I got to get this question in before we go to our halftime here. Coach Winchester sitting over there, off camera though.
we had a winning camera.
Sneakily off camera. Listen, I want to know a little bit about coaching. You can tell me. Don't tell me Coach is a good coach. I know he's a good coach. And there he is right there. Look at him offering instruction. Good picture there. Coach, what can you tell me that people might not know? I'm not saying necessarily dirt, but if you got it, I'm good with that. I'm asking some interesting quirks from Coach Winchester that you kind of find a little funny, that you guys kind of talk about as a team. Don't tell me he's a good coach. I know he's a great coach. He's coach of the year, all that kind of stuff. I know that. Tell me what people might not know about him. We'll start with Ben and work our way this way.
Okay, so Coach Winchester is very structured.
Okay.
He likes to have everything planned out.
All right.
So when we were at Concordia this year, we're wearing the same color uniforms and everything, and I came in and I was like, Coach, what bench are we on? Like, where y'all going? He's like, same bench. Like, we'd like to be doing the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Don't switch up the motion, basically.
Okay.
Keep things how they are.
Right.
So I'm not like that. I kind of just go with the flow and
Okay.
see where the road takes me, basically. So I think it's kind of funny.
Okay, interesting that he's so structured and things
Yeah.
like that. All right, Zach.
I would say one thing about him. Obviously, he's a great coach. Spends a lot of time with us. But I'm not sure if a lot of coaches besides him do this. Is we spend the same amount of preparation on every single team that we play,
Oh,
no matter
interesting.
who we're playing.
Okay.
So he spends tons of hours as long as with the assistant coaches. Doesn't matter who it is. We have the same routine, same scouting, same film every single time. So I think probably a lot of programs don't do that like we do.
Right.
So I think that's a big part of our success and why he's so good.
Okay. Well,
So a little fun fact about Coach.
Okay.
He's knocked down from half court
Oh.
shooting backwards.
wow.
Actually,
forgot about
Okay.
that.
This crazy to me because I don't think it'd take me probably like 500 shots before I'd even hit the rim
Gotcha.
probably. But Coach just has an ability to just chuck it backwards and it's in. Like probably within 2 or 3 every
How
single
you
time.
guys not getting this on the TikTok or anything like that?
Seriously, we should.
Well, yeah, that's outstanding. Great stuff. All right. Again, here, Brett, let's do the one question before
Well,
we get.
let's do this because it fits perfectly.
Yes,
I
okay.
just got a text from our friend at Bayport, Chris Learman. I don't know if you guys know Chris, but voice
The
of
ra- yeah,
Bayport
the radio
Radio,
guy, yep.
great guy. He wants to know, which De Pere coach would you trust to make a game-winning shot?
Out of the coaches, all of them to hit that game winner. And I want to know if it's unanimous. That's the thing.
Ooh, I
We have
guess.
two,
Anybody
we have
can
two
answer.
1,000-point scorers as coaches. Did your dad hit it?
Yeah, my dad was 1,000.
So we have 2? Or does Pritzel come? No, Pritzel hit it, too.
We had a lot of good.
Okay.
Our coaches were all good players.
Yeah.
So that'll be a tough one. I think as of right now, Zeitler might have the edge just because of a few years on him.
Okay.
Not saying that our coaches are old, but Zeitler's pretty young. He came out of college a few years ago. He went to Oshkosh. So,
Okay.
And we've played against him in some scrimmages. He brought some college buddies back, and you can't leave him open. So, right now I'd have to take Coach Zeitler.
Okay, you agree with that, Will?
Yeah, I'm agreeing
Okay.
for sure. Nothing else to say there.
All right, Ben.
I think if you get Coach Pritzel in his prime, I think I'm trusting him with the ball.
Okay. Is that Brevin?
Yeah, Brevin's
Yeah,
back.
I remember Pritzel playing back in the day. Oh, good stuff. Good question. We'll be back. We got to pay some bills, guys. All right. So we'll be back to the second half of the Varsity Roundtable after these messages.
Every day is a new chance to do the right thing. At Cellcom, doing the right thing means keeping you at the center of all that we do. It's technology with a heartbeat.
Promote your business, unite your team, or just get your name out there with help from the professionals at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, we have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your business or organization. We can put your logo, name, or anything else you want on any article of clothing. From embroidery and screen printing to graphic design and heat press services, we've got you covered. Call today.
And now, back to Varsity Roundtable.
All right, back here, second half of the Varsity Roundtable. We just ran one of our Fab 5 promos. Will, you were there for that? Great to have you here as representing De Pere basketball for that. What do you remember from that? Because we had a good time getting those green screens.
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun to see some of those guys I played AAU with, some of them, and some of them I know from like way back when.
Right.
So it was just fun to see those guys and just mess around with them, make some funny videos and stuff, and just hang out. Good basketball around good basketball. It was fun.
We were proud to have you on the team. I mean, I really like both of our squads. I mean, Brett, remember the girls squad has 4 of the 6 Miss Basketball finalists.
Right, yeah.
That's how really
Fab
the
5.
talent pool's very high here in the Fox Valley. Hey, it's time for a little trivia game that we do called How Well Do You Know? Now, gentlemen, I know you guys are very, very, very intense competitors. You're going to be competing against each other in this trivia game. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, 5 of them to be exact. Each question gets increasingly more difficult, all right? Now, we're a very modest show. We don't have much of a budget, so you have to raise your hand. We don't have buzzers or anything. Don't worry. Brett over there, he's going to be watching you guys, see who raises their hands first. I think you're going to like this subject. It's how well do you know NBA history? Now, listen. I cannot stop your teammates from helping you, but realize that you're going to be helping them all, not just one guy. All right, so just letting you know if they're shouting out stuff, just be wary of that. All right. Now, I always start with the easiest question first. So, you guys ready? You guys pretty confident about NBA history?
Nope.
No? Nope. A little bit. Okay. Well, we start with an easy one, right? So here's the first one. How well do you know NBA history? He won the MVP award last season. The NBA. Okay, Zach.
Is it Nikola Jokic?
Yes.
Correct.
Good job. That's how easy it is.
I thought it was Joel.
The Joker.
One or the other.
No.
That's how easy it is. So 0-1-0. All right.
Hey, wasn't it
Question
Joel
2.
No.
This team has won the most NBA championships.
Oh, it was,
Who got the hands up first,
it
Brett?
was Zach again first.
Zach?
Is it the Lakers?
Yes. And Celtics. So
Yeah,
that would
I
have
know
said
it.
either one.
I thought it was.
Do you know how many?
17.
Yes.
Very good.
Is that
I might
bonus
have to
points?
give him another
Is that
point for
bonus
that.
points?
No.
You gotta let me cook. You gotta let me
Will's right. It's just 0
I'm
to
locked in.
0. Will, you're getting worked, man. Come on. Question 3. They're getting more difficult here now.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, a great 1-2 punch for those great 6-time championship Bulls teams. Coach Winchester, remember those teams? Great teams. Can you name one other starter from those teams?
Ooh, I'm going to go with Will this time.
Oh, from both.
No, for just one in general of all the 6 teams.
Dennis Rodman.
Yes.
I was
Good job.
I was going
Go
John
with Dennis
Paxson.
Rodman, yeah.
I was
A
going
little
LeBron
before your
there.
time. I wasn't sure how difficult of a question that'd be. 0-1. Bang.
I gotta lock in.
Bro.
This is not good.
Okay.
That was just a hand raise.
Again, a little more difficult. I think this 4th one's a little difficult. Okay. Here we go. Question number 4. Steph Curry. He's changed the NBA game with the 3-point shot. Basketball in general. His father, Dell, also a sharp shooting guard, right, Brett? I remember him back in the day. Which NBA team did he play for? Oh,
That
Ben.
time Ben, yep.
The Charlotte Hornets.
Yes.
Wow,
Very
that's
good.
impressive.
He's making it a game now. All right. 1, 2,
The original
1.
Charlotte Hornets.
The original Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, that's right. All right, here we go. Brett, this is a good. Brett, help me with this one a little bit. Question number 5, the most difficult of all. 1, 2, 1. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you may have heard of him, held the league's overall scoring title for a number of years. He also helped the Bucks to win that 70-71 title. He was known for a special shot. Oh, Zach?
The skyhook.
Got it.
Yes, wow.
I thought you were
I
gonna
thought
ask
we were waiting
his
till the
name.
end of the
No,
question.
no.
I thought you were gonna ask his
I
name.
think
That
his real
actually
name
was originally the question, Will, but then
Yeah.
Brett said, why don't you ask about the skyhook? So would you have known what his original name was?
Luau Cinder?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Zach, you knew that too, right?
Well, how about this, Will?
no.
You're going to
No.
implement
You
the
didn't know
skyhook?
that? You
No,
didn't know
I
that was
did
Luau
not.
Cinder?
Big
No,
Will
I
gonna
didn't know
implement
that.
the
They
skyhook
made
at
a
some
dunk
point
rule. They
this
say
year?
dunking.
Yeah, you go, why don't you ever add the skyhook to your repertoire?
Well, it's in there. It's in the bag. Just it's pretty far down there. Like it's kind of like desperate times. But,
Okay.
if it needs to be pulled out, it could be.
Okay, so we got, is it 1, 2, 2?
Yeah.
1,
Okay,
3,
so
1.
here's a
1,
great
3,
thing.
Wait,
No,
yeah,
no,
what-
no. There's a bonus question that's worth 2 points.
Wait,
How
hold
can
on.
we-
I have
Let's
3.
go back. Let's go
He
back.
does have 3.
Oh, is it?
Ben and I
Yeah.
have 1.
One.
Oh, 1, 3, 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So this question's worth 3 points.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
Zach.
all right.
Oh, yes.
That's
Yes.
good.
It's my
That's
game. I
what's
make the
good.
rules. I can change them. For the win, basically, guys. Bonus question. Here we go. What was the nickname for Julius Erving?
Ooh,
Ben.
got it.
Dr. J?
Yes!
Pulls it out.
Let's give it up.
3-pointer at the buzzer right
Yeah,
there.
very nice. There's like a 3-pointer at the buzzer there, Ben. Good job, my friend. Guys, you got to be impressed with Ben coming back to beat you guys. Right?
Come on now.
Whoa.
Not really?
I got the deepest trivia bag.
All right. Well, that was a great game, guys. I really had a good time there. Brett, did you have something from online?
Yeah, I've got a couple
Okay,
questions if
let's
you
go.
have some time. This is going to be from 2 different people, but for Will. This we'll start with Amy. Does Will have other shoes for the show coming tonight, or are those his, hold it now, or are those his grandpa's slippers?
Oh, wow.
Ouch.
And
man.
Mr. T wants to know if you can justify your shoe socks and what's going on there.
So, okay. There's a longer story to this, but in short, the pair of shoes that I was gonna wear is like very dirty. From I was like helping clean up some stuff in like the gym after
Okay.
show choir competition. I was cleaning up, and I was like, okay, I can't wear those. They're like black, dirty, like
Okay.
like stuff.
So
And
you
then-
figured you might as well be comfortable.
Monster
And
shit,
then
so.
I saw these and I was like, you know what? Let's go for it.
Okay.
Comfy, you know, a little modest. Yep.
Not deserving of the hate from online, though.
I wouldn't say so. Maybe you
Okay.
gotta get in person. I'm sure the guys can attest. In person, they're probably a little better, huh?
Not really? Okay.
What about the
Good
moccasins?
questions. You have something else, Brett?
Yeah, this is from Keeper of the Gold Ball. What did you guys do the night after you won the state championship?
Ooh.
Did you have a party in Madison, or did you go back home that night?
And remember, we're a family show.
Ooh, Zach, you should take this.
Zach?
I can tell you this. After we won the gold ball, we got on the bus, and actually the first thing we did was we went to the Capitol.
Okay,
We took
right.
we took a big team picture with the gold ball in front of the Capitol, so that's a cool memory to
Fantastic.
look at that.
Mhm.
But then we went to a hotel, and like the whole city of De Pere was in the lobby, I swear.
Oh, okay.
Just waiting for us and all cheering for us when we got in there. So that was a lot of fun. Stayed there for a little while, had some pizza, took some pictures, and then we went back to our hotel, and we just hung out in the rooms and had a fun night.
Okay, great stuff. Is that pretty much what you remember, Ben?
Yeah, I was going to talk about Zach's experience on the bus ride home.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
That did happen.
Would you like to talk about
I
that?
don't know. It was your experience.
Well, actually not the night after, but the morning after, I wasn't feeling very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything to do with the night before?
No.
Oh.
No, nothing. No, trust me, nothing to do with the
Okay.
night before. But I was fine. I was pretty fine in the morning. You can ask Price, you're my buddy. I was singing in the shower, just having a good time. But then I got on the bus, and the whole bus ride home, I just had a terrible stomach ache. Then we got back to the gym, just got even worse and worse.
Ooh.
And then that night I had my appendix taken out.
Oh!
So it was pretty lucky timing, but that's not the ideal celebration.
No. And it didn't hurt up until just that morning. That's it.
Yeah, no, it was good.
I think Scott Vency wrote a story about that.
Oh, did he?
right, for the Press
Oh,
Gazette.
wow,
yeah.
interesting. Good stuff. Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Good stuff. How about Will? Anything else to add?
I remember laying on my buddy's bed, and like he was like really upset because like he didn't want us to get like the covers dirty and stuff, and like he was like really mad at us. And we were like sitting on his pillow. He was getting really mad at us, but it was all fun and games.
Okay.
It was like there's like probably like 5 or 6 of us, like maybe more than that.
Pull up
and
couch.
like one room, just like talking, like enjoying, just like kind of almost reminiscing already. It was super nice, just like talk to the guys after that. I just remember he was pretty mad that we were in his bed.
Okay. See, these are the kind of memories that stick 10, 15 years later. Guys, I wanted to ask about rituals and superstitions. Like what you guys do to get prepared for the game individually. I don't know if you guys do anything team-wise. Start way over there at Ben and then come back this way. Anything specific that you do? You got to listen to little music, little Bieber?
I don't like to do anything pregame specifically. I go back pretty early into the JV game just to stretch, but other than that, not really. We, as a team, we do a little chant that we call birds, and that's about it.
Okay. Might have to hear more about that, but anything for you, Zach, individually?
Personally, my mom makes a batch of muffins before every game. So I have about 2 or 3 muffins every game since freshman year. So that's probably my only personal superstition, but we got our birds in the house chant that we do as a team. We all stretch, so stuff like that. But that's my only personal one.
Okay, so some muffin action. How about for you?
I would love to partake in that too.
You can, if anyone wants to come over.
My only thing is that I wear the same pair of shoes to the
not those
to the game. No, but they're actually decently similar.
Okay.
They're called my moccasins.
Okay.
They're just like a nice like brown leather, like it's not leather, but it's like a fabric type shoe.
Yeah.
Kind of like slippers.
Yeah.
You'd wear around the house maybe. I just like randomly wore them to one game sophomore year, and then I wore them all through last year. And I was like, why not continue it? So I wear the same shoes, even though they're pretty beat up at this point. To every single game.
Now, what's this birds thing they're talking about? Can we do something? Can you give me a little glimpse, or is that a family show?
Well, no, it's family friendly.
Okay.
We'll keep it kind of
light
though. You know, it's our pregame like ritual kind of thing.
Now, is it gonna? Can you guys do it, or does it extend out here to the guys?
Yeah, it's everyone. Everyone's together.
Okay.
It's basically,
Rosie, be aware of that. Get them. There we go. Get you on camera.
Yeah, we just we get in the huddle and we all start chanting birds in the house.
Okay.
And it kind of works its way up, and then one person steps in the middle and gives us a speech. Get it really hype, and we all start yelling, screaming, getting ready, like preparing for the game. Like we got to get up for every single game. Bring our best every single game. So we have someone give a speech every time, and we run out.
Well, my next question's got to be, who gives the best speech, right?
Yeah.
He's not here.
Oh, who was that?
Dayton
Ellingston.
Oh, okay. Well, it's too bad. Now, why do you think he gives the best speech?
I think he's pretty loud.
Oh, okay.
When he does it,
true.
And he's got the right motivational words for us. I think to
He
get
does
us
some
hyped
research.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he prepares for sure. I think.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Okay, Brett, do you have something from
We'll
online?
do last call for questions,
Yeah.
but folks are wondering about college and what's next for some of these guys.
Yes. Well, let's run down what you guys have planned. We'll start here with Will. Where are you heading, and why did you choose? What was it right for you?
Yeah. So I'm going to the University of Northern Iowa, and I'm going to play basketball there.
Okay.
And it's the right fit for me just because of the atmosphere with the coaches and the players and stuff. When I got to take my official visit, it was, I talked about it way earlier, but kind of like a family vibe that I felt here. So just like stepping into the next family that I was ready to join.
Okay. Interesting. Because early thoughts of a major. I know you're still got time. But.
Actually, one of like the counselors, whatever, emailed me to make sure that I was like the deciding thing still. So like I'm gonna wait a year and still be like deciding.
Okay.
Undecided.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's good stuff. How about for you, Zach?
So I'm heading to the University of Wisconsin.
Okay.
To play basketball. Obviously the coaches were great.
Okay.
And were really genuine when they recruited me and really felt like they wanted me. And then it's my home state. All the support I have.
Yep.
It's hard to beat playing in front of 17,000 of your in-state fans.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that and getting down there to build relationships with the coaches and the players, and they're having a great season so far, so that's good to see.
Okay. And then again, early thoughts on academics?
Not yet.
Okay.
Still deciding.
Got time.
So.
Okay.
Yep.
And has anything solidified for you, Ben?
Nothing yet. I'm like 90% sure I'm gonna go to Madison, just school-wise.
Okay.
Parents both went there, so
Gotcha.
good fit. My sister's there, so.
Okay. And the same thing academics-wise, you want to
No, I think I'm going to study biomedical engineering.
There you go. That's smart. That's smart right there, man.
Makes my head hurt.
Don't get in communications. That's what I mean. You don't want to do that. Did you guys have any questions, man? This is last call. Oh, we have a question. You get it on them? Okay, there we go. Say your name out loud and proud, and what's your question?
My name is Colin Wicker, and I have a question for Will.
Okay.
How does it feel being snubbed from Mr. Basketball list this year?
Wow, great question. I did notice there was a dearth of Fox Valley. No one was on that list from the Valley when we had 4 of the 6 on the girls' side.
Yeah.
Come on, Will. That had to hurt.
Not too bad. I think
You had to be a little upset.
honestly, I didn't know until like a day after. Like other people had to tell me. I think all those guys on there are very deserving of it.
But you got the defending state champs.
Yeah.
And #1 ranked. I mean, is this what got you guys all worked up? That would have got me worked up.
I think because of the talent of our team and the depth that we have and the amount of people that can contribute on the stat sheets, it just kind of, I guess, limits what I get, and that's okay. I'm definitely willing to sacrifice that for the success we have as a team.
And you're not a guy that goes for stats anyway, are
No.
you? No. It's still disappointing to not see the Valley. I mean, come on. We're not the sticks out here. This is actually a vibrant community, all right? I have to do this every year with the other reporters. I'm going to say, hey, the Fox Valley, we're really outstanding up here. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Brett, you have something else or no?
I don't, nope.
Okay. Any question else from you guys? Because we're wrapping up real soon. Okay. I want to ask one more thing about role models. Okay. Is there a specific player? Was there a specific coach? Maybe an older brother, an older player? Anybody kind of get you going on the right way when it comes to the game of basketball? Let's start, Ben, if you can start, and then work our way back.
I think our youth coach,
Okay.
Noah Fisher's dad, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a role model for basketball, especially unselfish basketball.
Okay.
We always played pretty equal minutes growing up, getting every guy in, developing everyone's skill. I think that shows, like now with our crew of seniors. I think a lot of that reflects in a lot of us. So I think just as a role model, he's for sure up there.
All right, good stuff. Is that?
I would say it's definitely my dad and then my 2 brothers.
Okay.
Just following in their paths, and my dad obviously teaching me from a young age, and then my 2 brothers just pushing me from a very young age, competing with them, seeing the success they had, and wanting to be like them when I was young. So I'd say those 3 were my biggest influencers when playing the game.
Okay. Will?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I really had a really big role model too much. Both my parents played basketball.
Okay.
So I think I definitely looked up to them in that sense, but they didn't really teach me too much. They kind of just said, go for it. If you like it, go play and continue to play. So I guess I found most of my skill role modeling on YouTube, like watching old Tim Duncan clips or people like that, just old clips.
Yeah.
And just kind of picking up stuff like that.
Nothing wrong with Duncan. Brett over there's a big Spurs fan.
I am.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good stuff. So we don't have anything else?
We're done.
We're
ready
wrapping
to
up. Okay,
wrap
guys,
up.
listen. Last part of the show, I have one more question, but before that, we do a little thing at the end of the show called shout-outs. So we send out some love to people who got you where you are today. This is very important because I don't want any of you guys to get in the doghouse or forget some of your peoples, and some of them are right here. I don't know. But don't feel pressured. I'll start farthest to my right, so Ben, that's going to be with you. Then we work our way back. You want to look at the camera above your guys there. Send some shout-outs. Give some love to people who got you where you are today.
I guess I'd like to shout out all my coaches and my extended family for just always being there, supporting me, getting to just preparing me for life, I guess.
Okay. All right. Zach?
This one definitely goes out to my mom for sure. She does a lot of stuff behind the scenes for me. My brothers and dad get a lot of the, like I said before, my role models, but my mom does a lot of stuff behind the scenes for me and definitely got me to where I am today.
And the muffins.
Yeah.
All right. Will, your turn.
Yeah, I'd want to thank my mom and dad for everything they do. They sacrifice so much for me to be able to play basketball and just live the life I live, and I'm very thankful for that. I thank my siblings for supporting me and pushing me in probably ways other than basketball because they're all younger, so I guess growing as a person. And then thanking all my coaches, teammates throughout the years for just being there for me.
All right, great stuff. Well, I have one more question here as we wrap up here, right, Brett? I'm going to be at the Cole Center either way because we have so many great teams in the Valley. I'm going to be there. Now, not necessarily covering you because our man Scott Vencio, my colleague up in Green Bay, he's your beat reporter in a sense that way. My point is I'm going to be there on press row, and when I see you guys, down there at the state tournament gunning for that second championship. Will?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, that's good.
Simple as that.
Simple as
Yes, we
that.
will.
Zach?
We'll be there.
Okay. Ben?
Yep, planning on it.
Oh, look at this. I love the confidence. I love the confidence. Well, a couple things before house cleaning things that we got to do. By the way, live stream this week or next Thursday. Brett, is this right, Nina, at Appleton North?
Yeah, regular season finale. Yep.
Yeah, the regular season finale there next Thursday. So please check that out, 7:15 p.m. Varsity Roundtable, we are on TikTok now. So please follow us at TikTok. It's at Varsity Roundtable. I actually started it in the fall with the football team and stuff. They kind of helped me put together. I have no idea what I'm doing with the roundtable, but they've helped me. So if you can, follow us. So by the way, next week we have a Division II boys basketball team going to be here, Brett. I talked with Fox Valley Lutheran. They're going to be here next Wednesday. So that's a great team to talk with and get to know Fox Valley Lutheran boys basketball. So I want to thank Will, Zach, and Ben for being here on the Big Show. Best of luck, guys. And I hope to see you guys at the Kohl Center because I know it's always, and listen, I'm in Scott's shoes in this aspect. It's a lot easier to write championship stories. Okay, guys, just letting that know. Can you think about the reporters for once? Instead of yourselves, think about us for one time. So thank you so much, boys. Congratulations. Good luck on that second championship. I want to thank, Rosie, thank you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. These guys came up with some good questions and some great support. And thank you, Coach Winchester, for giving me access to the boys. Obviously, it's a busy time as you're gearing up for the postseason. So, again, thank you, everyone, for tuning in for another episode of Varsity Roundtable. Next week, again, Fox Valley Lutheran boys here at the Varsity Roundtable. So, until next Wednesday, have a great week, everyone. See you back here next Wednesday for another episode of the Varsity Roundtable. Keep smiling.